Hello everyone, welcome to MJ's Corner Kick. Today what we will be doing is looking at the video that IDISKITV made in analyzing the game between Kaizer Chiefs and MAMELODI Sundowns. We're going to be commenting on the video, agreeing and disagreeing with the points that were made by the analysts. So we're going to be doing this with lots of videos that are made by the local football analysis from Amafans Way too, from all the YouTube channels that you can find, or even the ones that happen on Supersport as well and SABC. And then we're gonna be having these discussions. Hopefully you join in on the discussion and you comment on our comment section and tell us what you think about the analysis from the analysts and as well as our comments as well. Stay tuned.
TV powered by Wolfsburg betting at IDISKITV.co.za. It's helter-skelter there. There's chaos at the FNB Stadium. Fans are throwing things at the stadium. There was an offside moment in Kaizer Chiefs that Nabi has been complaining about. And then towards the end, Kaizer Chiefs scored. Lebusa bought the foul. He dived, exaggerated. Maybe there was a slight touch. The referee says it's a foul. MAMELODI Sundowns 2, Kaizer Chiefs 1 in the Betway Premiership. That was very close, closer than what we expected. You imagine that Sundowns allowed Chiefs into this game. They wanted to close the game very early, and Kaizer Chiefs created opportunities.
Okay, let us start here. First of all, what Ngulego is saying, actually, let me take it back so that you can hear what he's saying.
Premiership. That was very close, closer than what we expected. You imagine that Sundowns allowed Chiefs into this game. They wanted to close the game very early, and Kaizer Chiefs created opportunities.
So he is saying closer than what we expected. Let's first talk about what we expected. We will put the picture here, what Junior Khanye said a day before the game. He said Sundowns is going to score 4 to 5 goals. So you need to understand what he says when he says closer than what we expected. They thought rather that Sundowns is going to be all over Chiefs, 4 to 5 goals. And then something else as well. Something that you need to understand about Rugulego is he leads the conversation. Whenever he's interviewing these gents, he will always lead the conversation. He will have this leading statement that he will say something. In this case, he is saying, you will imagine that Sundowns allowed Chiefs into this game. He's not crediting Chiefs. He's not saying Chiefs played well. He's saying Sundowns allowed Chiefs into this game. Meaning that it was not about Chiefs' strength. It was about Sundowns allowing them into the game. But do you think Sundowns just allowed Chiefs because they just wanted to allow them? Is it not because of how Chiefs played that they had to do what they are doing? But anyway, this is IDISKITV. Let us hear.
2-2 maybe. Maybe 2-2 would have been a valid result in here. In this game, but Sundowns 2, Kaizer Chiefs 1. Junior Khanye, our analyst, start with the moment, your goal. The last moment,
look at the smile, Papa. Look at the smile. The smile will tell you exactly how this guy feels. Chiefs is going to hurt many people this season, guys. Chiefs is going to hurt many people this season. This smile here is not the end of it. It's a sarcastic smile. Guys, Nabi is cooking. Nabi is cooking, guys. Yeah. Lots of chest pains loading, incoming.
Is that a foul? Is that not a foul? Take us through how you saw that moment. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Artists police ever fit to keep on supporting IDISKITV fighting one try to fix South African fans.
Everybody's still angry about that moment, if you can see.
I think the referee, especially Ikole Sundowns, he has made a big mistake. Yes, it looked tight, but that was offside. Let alone the last minute. Second goal Sundowns, it's offside.
Yeah, there I have to credit Khanye. He never really gives anything positive about Chiefs. The Khanye that I know would have said, that is offside, but referee, But anyway.
For me, a second goal Sundowns, it's offside. Sundowns dominated this game. Sundowns binds a mistakes born. Even if goal, you
never about Chiefs.
Highline with the speed to Kaizer Chiefs.
Why don't you credit Chiefs? Wasn't Chiefs' plan to counter how Sundowns play? Why does it have to always be the other team that makes mistakes for Chiefs to win? Why is it never about Chiefs creating their own chances? Why does it have to be about other teams making mistakes for Chiefs to do what they are doing? It's never about Chiefs playing well. It's always about other teams making mistakes. Let's see.
Almost a center, leaving Chivavarum to also Sereno. Yes, they managed to deal with Castin Sereno, but they failed to deal Ngalumfanum to also Chivavaru. There was no super, they go 1-on-1, also Savannah speed by high line. Now, it becomes a problem.
Let's go back to that foul moment before we go.
Ujalo, he's like this. Focus, Baba. The question was about the last minute goal. Let us talk about the last minute goal that was disallowed. Stop telling us about Njan.
Into the game.
Yeah.
Do you genuinely feel that's a goal for Kaizer Chiefs? Is that a foul on Libusa?
Yeah, for me, yes, there was a foul. But in the
Of course, it will be a foul for you. It's Kaizer Chiefs here. If it was the other way around, you would have said something different.
now offside in fact.
But okay, I see.
Yeah. See, for me, I think it's a foul. Another ref was going to charge, but there was a push there for me. There was a push for me. There was a push. Yeah, I understand. Like, I'm going to last moment. For me, there was a push. And Ulbusa, that's why I had to dive. You understand?
Oh, had to dive. Lubusa had to dive. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's continue.
Let's take it step by step. Was that enough? Does that look like a push? Does that look like Libusa is diving, is exaggerating? Because the referee, obviously, here in this moment, the referee is saying foul. So that's obviously it's his decision. He has the right. He's in charge of the game. He's calling a foul. But sometimes you can exaggerate a touch. Like I can touch like this actually, and you can exaggerate it. In my opinion, that looks like exaggerated. It doesn't look like there was any push there.
Yeah, but for me, it looks like a foul.
So to those who don't know Junior Khanye, Igai 2 is basically means to him that, to us, what he's saying is, I know it is not, but because I want to say it is, I will say it is. It's not about the right decision or not. It's about the point that he has to make, because he doesn't know what to credit Chiefs anyway.
To be honest, there was a little bit push, and if there's a push on the box, it's a foul.
What do you think about how the fans reacted to that?
Yeah,
they started throwing things, and the referee.
My fans, I think they are angry with the goal.
Anyway, before we go far, guys, no matter what happens, and this is something that Chiefs fans need to learn, it is never right, guys, to throw things into the field, no matter how disheartening things are, no matter how sad we feel, how angry we feel, no matter how unfair treated we feel. We must not do that, because it always comes back to bite Chiefs. It will always come back to bite Chiefs, because we will understand if maybe it is something, not even understand, it's understandable, but not that I understand when it is Chiefs' fault. Maybe we want the coach to go or whatever. But in this instance, we are angry with the referee. Why are we doing that? Because Chiefs is the one that is going to get a fine. We should not be doing that, guys. We should, I don't know how, but then boo the ref maybe or something. But to throw things, we are only Rekawata Chiefs. That's the only thing we are doing, Rekawata Chiefs, because next thing, Chiefs needs us this season. Chiefs need the fans this season, and it is good that we've been feeling the stadiums in the past 3 games. Imagine now if we are banned for 5 games, maybe they say Chiefs should play without fans for the next five games. Do you see now or Kawata Chiefs? So let us behave, guys. The team is rebuilding. Let us rebuild ourselves as well. We should be rebuilding ourselves as well. We should be doing things differently as the team is doing things differently. We should be doing things differently as well. Alrighty.
Sundowns. He started there. I think the referee and his linesman, especially in Zelagu side lineman, he made a mistake there. He planned. I think they are angry with that, because if we allow the Sundowns, why ang artists allow the Kaizer Chiefs? The problem is angriness. I think there's because of fair results.
Yeah, it would have been a fair, yeah, exactly.
Fair result, but
the only fair result would have been us beating that team. The only fair result would have been us beating that team. 2-2. Timela release ije ka second half man. Timela ngebe repeat release ije, and it goes back to the experience that they have. They had few chances they capitalized. Our players, if the quality was the same as what Nabi wants or what Sundowns has, we could have beaten that Sundowns team. Dupree had one-on-one that he could have buried, man. Anywho.
Sundowns dominated the game first half. They are themselves to blame. Mangoba, they're supposed to wrap this game first.
What about second half? What about Chiefs second half?
They play as a team. They were let down by certain players. I think I need to be honest. Renas let them down, and though he scored, Mshishi let the.
Something that IDISKITV needs to understand, ne? Sundowns has quality players that always play good in other games, ne? When you say certain players let a team down, you also need to give credit to the opposing team, because a player wouldn't just not show up. There is something that the opposition is doing good that is preventing that certain player to be themselves. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Mshishi cannot just be bad just because he woke up on the wrong side of the bed. There is something that Chiefs is doing to neutralize him. There's something that Chiefs is doing that is good that makes Mshishi not play as Mshishi. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So give credit where it is due. There's a reason why Reynolds was not playing as good as he's supposed to. There's a reason why Mshishi was not as effective.
Sundowns down as well. Also, the coach taking out to Ribeiro has made a huge mistake.
Okay, no, there we have to agree. I felt so much relief when the coach took out Ribeiro, actually, because I felt like he was a threat to us. When he took him and Matthews out, I was like, okay, now I could breathe, because with every ball that Ribeiro had, man, he looked like scoring. So I really don't understand why Mangoba took him out there, but hey, that was a good thing for us. That's why maybe even in the second half we managed to dominate as well.
And taking out this boy Matthews as well is made a huge mistake. And why the coach did put Mdiba out, especially with the game. We changed a team that dominated Imarumo Kalas during the week. I mean, because Alango Rivalo, Alende, also Mdiba. This is a game whereby even Rivalo could say has struggled with the pace. I need to be honest. It's a pity because Kaizer Chiefs didn't have clever players. They always wanted to go sideways. They dominated the game, especially second half, but wanting to go sideways.
Something that you must understand, the Sundowns strength is the middle field. I saw many times you will find Duba stretching the line. He will be going to the line because they wanted to stretch the field. Because Sundowns, if you can try over compact, you need to stretch them so that they cannot be as compact. Because when they are compact, they will play the ball. So I saw many times Mudu trying to go to the far line, even Duba as well, because I think that's what they were trying to do, to stretch them. So you cannot blame Chiefs for trying to play on the wings. That is why you actually saw Sereno playing on the wing, because they wanted him to be effective there. They didn't want him in the middle because they knew that is where Sundowns is good at. They wanted Sereno on the wing so that they can operate from there. So it is not because they were just playing everything diagonally. They had a plan to stretch Sundowns, which sometimes I'm asking myself, why didn't we start with Dupree? Because I feel like Dupree could have given us something there. But I think maybe the reason they had Sereno on the wing is because they wanted to eliminate their wing backs from going forward. That's why they wanted Sereno, because they knew you wouldn't want to leave Sereno alone on the wing. Anyway,
putting so many crosses. Every time they pass this boy on the right hand side, which is Froster, or the Seguisile, Atalangapa, they want to cross the ball. For who? Castillo, him alone. Yes, the they did well in the set piece. They managed to find Castillo. I think Bamtandela this thing to run to the box and is winning so many balls on the box. Ngoba nelinye walitola, he was unfortunate, but now he had to finish the game. So it's a game of two halves. I need to be honest. Sundowns dominated. They're supposed to wrap this game because Kaizer Chiefs got so many chances because of the press.
It's a game of two halves. Sundowns dominated the first half. What about Chiefs? What about Chiefs? Why didn't he say Chiefs dominated the second half?
Second half, he has managed to deal on the line Sundowns to be on side, find himself on side, and also credit Amapasa because especially on Vegas Magangena to find him. They were lucky because of Ron Wens, he was between him and Kaizer Chiefs at one point. So I think there's a game Sundowns they are themselves to blame. And Mangoba Mniti, why taking out Ribeiro and Matthews? You kill the game because those two players now. I think Kaizer Chiefs came to this game very defensive. It means back four as well.
Something that especially South African fans we need to understand is playing players that are normally defensive players does not mean that you want to defend. You might have a player that has defensive skills but not playing as a deep line 6. Mart was playing as an 8. He has defensive skills, but he was not defending. Most of the time, you will find Mart going forward. You were not finding Mart sitting at the back trying to defend. Mart is playing this position that is mostly played by Frankie de Jong and Bruno. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You will find them on either side. Frankie de Jong can play as a 6, can play as a 8. Bruno as well. Bruno, I'm not sure if he can play as a 6, but then that is kind of a position that he is playing. The fact that he has got defensive skills does not mean that the team is trying to deploy defensive tactics. It just means that we need people that we know that when we go back, they can help us. The same as I had Udi's coach, our coach, Nabi mentioning that the reason that he played Duba there was because he can help defensively. Not that he is a defender, but then you need people who can help defensively. In this modern game, you cannot have more than 3 people who are not able to defend. Teams like Sundowns are going to punish you. And defend does not mean sitting back. It means being able to go back and help when it's time to defend. It does not mean that you will find a player sitting back just because he has defensive skills. Now he will be sitting back. No. The fact that we played Castillo and Mart does not mean that we were planning to defend. But we needed to have players who have defensive skills. You saw most of the time you will find Castillo and Mart in the second half when the game was in our hands. But we were not finding them sitting back. Castillo can help you going forward, can help you going back. Mart can help you going forward, can help you going back. So this nonsense of saying, hey, 2 players, because nah. And we always say that when we see the starting 11, we will say, now look like we are defending. No. We need a player that can defend, but he might not be playing as a defensive player. But surely when it's time to defend, he will help. Because we want to find players that any player can just pass in front of them without them doing anything.
And on the left as well, this boy left. Now Chiefs was sitting, allowing these players, but those players, for them, good patrol Paula Pelum too, and also casting Sereno Uban Big Melaba pass. That's why Sereno was so frustrated. Him and Tum did very well. Even the coach Kaizer Chiefs sends a mistake with the keeper Umtu. He made the coach make a mistake. But now I don't think he believes in Paul players. Because of Plum, for me, it's better than these 2 that is heavy.
Guys, sometimes we just talk, guys. Sometimes we just talk. We just talk sometimes. The reason Blom didn't play the first game was because he was not fit. The reason he didn't play the first game against Marumo Gallants is because he was not fit. He came and played Amazulu and didn't finish the game. Now you are playing Sundowns. You cannot now take the same Blom that is not fit and just start him against that Sundowns midfield. I don't know if this guy does his research, but there is a reason why Blom didn't start that game. It's not because the coach does not believe in. The coach believes in Blom so much. You will see it going forward that he will start, but he wouldn't throw him in this game because he was not fit. You see, sometimes we just want to talk. Hey, now Nabi does not believe in ball players. Like seriously, you've got Serino there, you've got Chavalala there. What? Like seriously, what do you mean? What do you mean Nabi does not believe in ball players? We've got Serino and Chavalala, and our players, they're not kind of players. You know, if you don't know what to say about the coach, just shut the front door. Don't find reason to discredit the coach. What you are saying here is utterly it does not have sense. Thank you.
He came in combined. Chiefs look better when he comes in. Because the short pass, they were making a difference and surprise Sanders because it's a highlight. But now even Zol Dalans and long ball, they backpedal and then the goalkeeper get ready. It look predictable. But Magangelo Plambega combiner and then Lomfando Fundo about surprise. So it Chiefs, I think, Sundowns won this game, but it was ugly.
Yeah.
I think this game,
True.
it's a lucky for Sundowns for me.
Yeah.
I was convinced the way they play first half. That's the Sundowns that I know, man. Second half, the coach is himself to be playing.
And what about Chiefs?
I understand with the coach why big maybe we am shishi second half especially. Umdiba did very well with the match. Even now when he came, Mbonile badlalile with Pazami game management. But coming from the bench on this game, it was very difficult. So we always see Kaizer Chiefs the game in Jeng.
Why do you think he wanted to wrap this game up? You saw all of his substitutions from the 60.
We were there. Very quickly, Papa. Very quickly.
They think, okay, 2-1 is good for them. And you could see with the substitutions about Ribeiro, all of his attacking players, and he was putting in defensive players. Umuta, we had to put him in there because he wanted to answer the question to Priya on the Kaizer Chiefs side as well. If Sundowns is playing on the front foot, they are causing a serious problem for Kaizer Chiefs. They were not going to have the problems that they had. Why do you think that they decided to be defensive?
It's because of, I don't think Mangleba believe too much, especially how Sundowns play. Because they dominated in all angles.
How can you not believe how can you not believe how they play when he is their own coach?
But
when
now
he's the one who dictates how they play.
He wanted to go on the side. I think that's a coming in Marumo Kalans. But now, Kaizer Chiefs, what they did, especially now, putting the prison coming that side, it's where the problem started. Because he was cheating. Seat. And then he got there, I think why coach, now I'm putting him there. They've got
I'm Daus,
and
guys.
clever. With the prison, but it doesn't have a cleverness. But with the prison football in the game, Sundown they're going to have a problem, especially on the right hand side.
I agree.
I think Meaning is going to struggle by playing Ngale. He wants him to go forward. Because a double right back
I think Mdau going forward is gonna start. Whatever issues they had with the coach, I think it is forgiven now because Mdau. I think if it was not for Mdau, probably would have scored a goal because I also think that because they brought in Mdau after we brought in Dupree, it was a reaction there. It was a good reaction from them because I think Dupree was gonna play with Morena. When I was out already, it was a good decision to bring in Mudau there. I think going forward, he's going to start with Mudau.
Because of this game, I can tell you, the coach, big manager, I'm with some shishi. It's up here, big maybe one second half. I'm with some shishi. Me, I go Reinas. You need a thing in the middle. And then into the game, big man, this is a game, Rivaldo.
I can assure you, if the coach had not started with Mushishi, there were going to be complaints as well. There have been complaints on the social media, on journalists have been saying their fight between Mshishi and the coach. Now he played Mshishi, now there are complaints as well. Had he not played Mshishi, there were going to be complaints. Mshishi is a good player. Chiefs managed to control him. Let us be honest. Chiefs managed to control him. There were moments that he played well. There was somewhere where he took Serino to the cleaners there. But he was not as effective as Mshishi that we know. And it's not because he's getting old. Mshishi can still play better. We know. But yesterday, on Saturday, Chiefs had a plan for him. They had him nullified. He was not as effective. Matthews and Ribeiro were the effective players there. Mshishi was not.
phelela kule game isithi upepa ku back 3 now we allow Kaizer Chiefs ukuthi Marta beko clever bano Castillo they were supposed to bebazo occupy the space but push ibhola there was a lot of hole ku Sundowns in the middle because Rivaldo pepile batheka ngamo impact now Shishi mina bengifuna ukumbona when Sundowns don't have a ball bengamboni Sundowns bangaphethanga ibhola bengamboni Sundowns iphethe ibhola so umshishi I think he need to work umbonile uRibeiro makadlala number 10 ukuthi move off the ball he run behind the defense so today nje uManqoba Mncedi himself to be blamed because the game ukuthi afaka boli abo rival abo Deruk it was unnecessary for a coach and Sundowns ngoba nevar kule game they won but the referee went plan ngoba nevar by allowing mina ngikhala nge-first goal.
All right, I need to let you go. Before I let you go, Nabi, what does he look like so far? He's
listen to this now. Listen to this.
Played a big game. We're talking about Nabi, of course, against Amazulu, against Maruma Galans, and every time we're saying the test will be Sundowns. What did it teach you today? I mean, there's a side like Nabi basing Alans namhlanje, even no responder with offside moment to Bonisore from a video, but also tactically, what did you see about him?
Yeah, I need to be honest. It doesn't have players. I'll be honest. You can see ukuthi ukuhlanganipha khona. But he's a coach who believes in transition football. He doesn't believe on playing, passing the ball around.
Guys, let me talk about this as well. South African fans and supporters, we've got this thing of taking transition football as if like it is not a good football. Teams like Real Madrid, which has multiple UEFA Champions League, teams like Liverpool, which has been among the dominant teams in the EPL, teams like teams like Leverkusen as well. Most European teams play transition football. The reason we've got this thing of thinking that transition football is bad football. Transition football is the football, guys. It's the football. It's not bad football. You get the ball, you hit the opponent when they're still sleeping. You can't be just passing the ball just because now you want to have fancy football. No. The aim of the football game is to win. You cannot win if you don't score. You have to score when your opposition is sleepy. Capitalize on their sleepy. Chiefs, what is doing now? They've got their moment. There's a moment of playing football. There's a moment of countering. You cannot say now when Sundowns has pushed, now you just want to pass the ball. Why? There's a space there. Give it to Sereno to Shabalala to Tuba to Chibairo. It's a goal. Why should we now pass? If you look at Barcelona this season, they hold the ball, but they play direct football. You get the ball, Lamine, Pedri, Lewandowski, goal. You don't want to be just like last season. You're busy playing the ball. The whole 5 minutes, you've got the ball. What do you do with the ball? The aim of the football game is to score. If you want to win, you need to score. Transition football is the new game, guys. It's not just because we're just playing the ball forward. There's a difference between how we played underhand and how we are playing now. Now we've got players that pass the ball, then we get forward, then we score. It's not like now we just need to pass the ball, dribble, look at that side, pass the ball. No. The aim of the football game is to win. To win, you need to score goals. To score goals, you need to see when to score goals. When you've got teams like Sundowns that are pushing, you need to have speedy players that are gonna run and score. Now you want to play fancy football with MAMELODI Sundowns, their own game. Even.
Believe in udlala speed. I think Sereno is bringing a good now is too predictable. We need to be honest because you can say Nabi is good, but one player may change the dimension of Kaizer Chiefs how they play. Sereno is a special player. You might say Nabi is so good, but watch him as well because the way he plays, I game 6 defenders.
Did I say that even after Sereno left the field, we were still playing very well? Should we know that even after Sereno left the field, we were still playing very well? We are not only dependent on Sereno. Sereno is a very important player, but the truth is we are not only dependent on him. We've got players that can head other opposition. I do believe that Sereno is a big puzzle of our team, but even after he left the field, we were still threatening. So it is not that we are only dependent on Sereno. I was actually concerned in the first 2 games because the coach had Serino finishing all the games, I was concerned because I thought Serino needs to rest. Yesterday I was surprised when he took him out because I thought I would have taken him out in other games compared to this one. But I was surprised to see him taking him out. But still, even after he left the field, we were still able to control the game. So Serino is not the only puzzle of the big jigsaw. We have players that can. Of course, we don't have the best players, but I think Nabi, what he has managed to do is bring out the best of the players we have now. I was saying it was impossible to imagine Duba being a starter in the previous seasons. Just imagine even Chabalala. It was impossible to imagine Chabalala being a starter. But we've got these players that are starters and they contribute to the game. Not just starters because we've got no one. I would have never started Duba over Dupree. Chabalala over Dupree. I would have never done that. Even Modi. I would have never done that. But we've got Chabalala and Duba that are starting and are very impactful in the starting lineup. So credit to the coach. Credit to our coach. He has, in the short space of time, I should even remind you that we've only played 3 games. That was Sundown's 8th game. The game that we saw, it was Chiefs' 3rd game, Sundown's 8th game. The coach has been able to do wonders with this team in a very short space of time. Sundowns is more match fit than Chiefs when it comes to this game. They've played 3 MTN 8 games. They've played 2 CAF Champions League games. They've played, this was the 3rd PSL game. So they played 8 games. They are 8 games match fit. We're only 3rd games match fit now. 3 games match fit. But look at how the team is now. So it will be stupid to not give Nabi his flowers at this point. It will be very stupid to not give him credit for what he is doing with the team now.
You know, Castillo, no Mart, una 4 defense mid. You rely on Castillo. I think this is the game. Both games they lie to us that we need. We need to.
You are lying. You are lying to us, Papa.
So him, I need to see more. Yes, the coach.
I need to see him more.
Because uzongibamba isandla nokuya phambili. I want to see other players how they're going to respond.
You saw how we responded in the second half. We threw out.
Once that guy, good not today, it's a pity he was not playing. He was pocket man in the middle of Rivalu. And then I think they know because it's now he wanted to do too much. But if it's making about balance, they needed to run forward and the middle fit clever. Yes, the coach make no mistake. You can see he's the experienced coach. And then I didn't need to do length in the first half, going to the river as a leader. Yes, a mistake, we can't do that. But when as a leader, players will react on the demands.
I disagree there. That is one thing that I liked about the coach. It is, we can always say, no, don't go to the ref. As a coach, don't do this and this. But what he did there, man, the fans were rallying behind the team, man. I liked what he did there. The fans were rallying behind the team because he could see the passion on the bench is there, man. Nabi is bringing the passion to the Chiefs team. The passion is there. You can see the passion there that he is pushing the team, man. The players, they see from the bench or Kevin Johnson, he will say, hi man, Ugari is disconnected when he's on the bench. Nabi, man, you can even feel it when you're watching on TV or, hey man, this guy is bringing the passion there. Like guys, now I liked what Nabi is doing. I'm not encouraging coaches to fight with referees, but what he was doing there, he was...
room, being such a situation. And I tell your players to... and then come with better tactics. But mina njoba ngisho ngisafuna ukubona more of him.
All right, there you go. That's Mamelodi Sundowns defeating Kaizer Chiefs under very controversial circumstances. A goal was scored by Kaizer Chiefs at the end of this game. It was disallowed by the referee. It will be replayed all over this weekend, over and over and over again. Every Monday, on Monday, every radio station will be talking about it. That will be the moment. You kind of feel that Mangoba Mngeti, he locked that door too early and he brought in Kaizer Chiefs to come and knock on that door, and that was the result. That last goal was a result. Fortunately, it was disallowed. Fortunately for Sundowns, unfortunately for Chiefs as well.
Let me repeat this. Let's go back.
Fortunately, it was disallowed. Fortunately for Sundowns, unfortunately for Chiefs as well.
You can hear this. Fortunately, you just hear where this guy is. Fortunately, it was disallowed. Fortunately, it was disallowed. Fortunate for who? Fortunate for who? Right?
No, that was a game. That was a decent game of men trying to get the better of each other. So good game. IDISKITV, Idiska Times was sports betting. Thank you for watching.
Can we agree or there was no credit to Kaizer Chiefs on this video? There was nothing about Kaizer Chiefs being credited for how they played here. Nothing. You cannot tell me that you can make a video, 13 minutes video, and not credit Chiefs on how they played. Come on, guys. There is no way you can create a 13 minutes video and not credit how Chiefs played when Chiefs played that well. You cannot just be coming here and be saying Sundowns allowed Chiefs into the game and not credit Chiefs for how they played. You want to tell me that there's nothing that you can say positive about Chiefs? There's nothing positive that you can mention about Kaizer Chiefs? There's nothing positive that you can mention about the coach? How we transformed this team that was a laughing stock for many seasons? Come on, guys. You can do better, guys. Anyway, we'll be doing a lot of reaction. It will not be only from IDISKITV. There are so many online local games analysis that we are having. We will be trying to digest here and there, commenting on what these analysts are saying. We're not going to be only talking about these negative comments. There are also very analysts that are doing good. There is Fans way too analysts that are also very reasonable. We'll also be digesting what other analysts on this channel are also commenting on the games. It will not only be about Chiefs as well. It will be about other teams as well. So please, to those that have not subscribed, we know that this is the first video after a long time. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please share our content. Please comment and let us know where you think we can improve. And please do share the content, as I've said. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Danko.